Zerms that's flying high here with obviously my other host, Jako Man. Like here today with the next episode of Team Area Combos. This episode we're going to be taking care of a couple of different things that have been going on in Rumor Hill. We're going to talk about CEO and afterthoughts. We're going to do some Dragon Ball Fighter discussion, and then we're going to talk about various other topics that we brought up that we're it's not gonna take a too much of a time for it, but I think it's a good idea to like at least cover some of these to one to how to point these out so people that would know about it, and two to let them know that these things are happening to people that will like check out this podcast discussion here. But anyways, I am Zerms Force that's flying high here, and we have Gentleman.
Hey, what's up, guys? Great to be back here as always.
Yep, and then we only have one guest today, which is PsychoBlue.
What is up, everyone? It is me, PsychoBlue, conductor of the Hype Train, Mr. Hype Gems, hashtag Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yep.
And you shoot for across Tekken, so it's Marvel Day. We'll do that today. How you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Okay, let's start
great too.
Yep, let's start right off. Basically, recently there's been rumors going around rumor mill by a well-known leaker in the basic community that has been known to leak certain game information, and basically later on confirmed that that was a true leak because of his leak has been confirmed before. Like he's been confirmed that he got most of the cast for season 3 most of the cast of season 3 for Street Fighter 5. He I believe announced that every character was returning or something like that for Marvel's Capcom, for Smash Ultimate and other things. But he just pointed out today, actually not today, recently, a couple of days ago, that basically there was two major things. One, that because how poorly Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite did, that he, like from what I heard, is the support of the game will be ending, meaning that whatever things that they have were either put to a halt or sometime soon will come out, and then afterwards there'll be no more plans for everything because how poorly the game did. Obviously, that if it's true, will be very sad for players of this game, or basically people that actually watch this game, because obviously, like a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom players, know the feeling for basically Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, because obviously that game barely got any support, and what support right there was very little besides of a good update with 12 new characters and that, which does suck very bad. But obviously, with the community and how strong it is after the debacle with Evo, the Evo situation not going to be a main game, the community has been shown that no matter what, we will basically support this game longer. As long as we can, because it, like a lot of people who actually play this game, even Maximilian says that it's one of the best fighting games that has gotten released gameplay wise. Basically, this is what he said for the leak right here. That support was actually ended because the game tanked. That's not my fault that the DLC's plans were scrapped. Besides, there was having actually been development for them. He also mentioned this for Street Fighter 5 that Crimson Viper, Jako, Q, Oro Sodam, and another character is slated to come to Street Fighter 5, but it'll be till Season 4, last I heard. You feel to be what I want, but darling, my Smash leads are frankly foolish. That's basically what he posted in this comment right here.
Okay.
All right. Can I start?
Sure.
You can start.
All right. So, his leaks. Let's go back to November when he first started popping off about all the leaks.
Okay.
He got Namco pretty much right. He got Injustice right.
Mm-hmm.
And he got Devil May Cry right. They're probably drumming it up around the time of his contact. But keep in mind, when he made this leak, this is, I think, either right after or just before Combo left. And I think Combo was feeding him stuff. So for Capcom, I think, because keep in mind, Capcom doesn't really have like a rep right now. There's no Combo Fiend like there was when Marvel was first starting to get developed. I mean, right now, Combo, oddly enough, works for Marvel Games, doing whatever he's doing right now.
Yeah.
But Capcom doesn't really have like a Combo Fiend or a Seth Killian right now, so they're keeping like everything like close to their vest, so to speak. I think this guy's been talking about Oro and Necro and stuff. I think he's just making up names just because some of these people have been in the cutscenes for story mode, and also Som's the only alpha character not to come back in Street Fighter since the franchise returned in Street Fighter 4. So I think he's just making educated guesses. And the Marvel thing is just a way to keep himself safe, because right now it's been very quiet. The problem with that is, keep in mind what was revealed at E3, a new Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, not a Marvel 3, a Marvel Capcom Infinite stick. And Markman said about this stick, Disney and Capcom have both approved this stick to be released in the future. So the doors are still open. The deal is still intact. All we can do is keep playing, rebuild. Like right now, between CEO and Combo Breaker, I think Marvel Infinite is making a big comeback around here, like interest, because people are finally starting paying attention, saying, "Hey, this game was good after all." Surprise, surprise. I keep telling people there's a reason why I pop off for this director. Some of my best child memories are from this guy, Hirose. So I think right now, the fact that the doors are open with that stick means we still have some time left to drum interest. So maybe we can have at least one more run of things before the deal expires.
I feel like it too. Yeah.
So that's all I'll say. I think this guy is just saying the Marvel part just to keep himself safe in case nothing comes up. Because keep in mind, I've kept eyes on that leak. He'll switch the story around just to try and say, "Oh, my source left something like that," or "Here's a new one. I got most of them writers, so on and so forth." I think his Capcom source, because right now Capcom's seeing everything close to their vest right now, he's not getting the info he once did. So the most we do is keep playing. And the good news is, right now, and I'm not still surprised, just by nature of Marvel being Marvel. Like, I was telling Flying High this. So it only took one big balance patch to make Marvel Infinite probably the most balanced, like, cast-wise fighting game in the quickest amount of time this generation. Like, Street Fighter 5 is on, like, its third and a half patch, and there's still some have and have-nots. Like, right now, Alex is still pretty bad. Ryu's got problems. Vega's got problems. And after that, it becomes, like, kind of very middle-headed, and the top tier rises up. Tekken 7 was in the arcades for, like, 3.5 years before it finally got console release, and got another balance update a few months after that. But this game only had one balance patch after like 4 months. It was basically to nerf Dante and to alleviate some of the web ball infinites, or how ridiculous Gamora and Ultron were day one. And now it's like, but the thing is, like, right now in Marvel, there's probably only 4 or 5 real have-nots. Ryu, Frank, Chris, Black Panther. Yeah, we got there, and we always hear everyone like saying, "Oh, Capcom hates Black or something like that." The thing is, I've seen what Raven does in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. I confirm that's not true, and Elena's like super top tier in that game as well. So it's just sometimes the bad luck of the draw. But anyway, but yeah, apart from those 4. And the main problem with those is that they're just like really stone dependent, to the point where you have to actually you're limited to who you can pick with them just by nature of what stone, the only stone they're good the entire game. So the fact, and that being, but everyone else is like kind of like find their way back in the game. Like Ultron was like written off for most of the past few months, and now he's back in the game too. Like he was great. Grand finals at CEO, one of the biggest tournaments we've had in quite some time. And he was in grand finals with Gamora, another character that kind of like fell off a bit, just due to how heavy she got nerfed. In grand finals against a Sigma player. Yeah, a Sigma player. So we've even seen characters like Nemesis in top 8. Hagar had a great showing at Combo Breaker last month.
Combo Breaker, dude,
Yeah.
3 Hagars in top 8.
Well, God. He's pretty godlike.
Yeah.
And Hagar was considered like one of the have-nots for a while too. I remember that.
So it's really like he was considered have not in a game like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. He had one of the only truly invincible reversals that you can tag on block. That so basically you can like say, nope, I'm not dealing with this. I'm here's my partner to make sure that you get put in the mix-up afterwards.
If Ryu's DP was down like Captain America's, I guarantee you his tier list would look a lot different. Because that's the main problem. Because he has a visible reversal that he can't autocorrect very easily compared to Captain America, who just like do whatever he wants, no matter what angle, just wake up where he wants.
Yeah.
So if he had like a down like Cap does to autocorrect easier, I think he would shift around a bit. But right now he is what he is. He does some really have some really super easy like loops in the corner that do like 9% life. So there is that. With 1 bar. 9% 1 bar. And because he has time zone, just like I'm in the corner now and now I get to have some fun. So anyway. But yeah, like it only took 1 balance patch for the whole thing to really get to where it needed to be like fairly fair. And for a game like Marvel, where there's all this craziness going on, that's pretty impressive. So I think we're in a good spot right now. Let's keep playing. Let's see what this stick does, and if there can be any more products for that, and stay optimistic. I just think right now, the fact we got that leak, like a week after some guy was talking about Uncanny Edition, which is also kind of a stretch, but it just seems like kind of weird timing to say one than the other.
Okay, yeah, but one thing that Uncanny Edition right there was obviously boasted right there because one that can use the same fucking name as a bogus leak back in the day from Marvel 3. So that was obviously going to be fake.
Was it Lupinko?
No, I don't know. Lupinko is a known leaker, but he has not leaked anything at all lately.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but was he the one who leaked this Uncanny thing?
No.
Okay, I'm about to say, Lupinko, you pay attention, please.
No, that was back in 2012 when he I guess made the Ultimate Marvel 3 Uncanny Edition rumors back then. Yeah.
Yeah, that one right there, that.
I didn't believe it anyway. I just figured it's kind of weird timing. This guy says no, it's dead. Right a week after that one started drumming up too. So yeah, I figured that one was BS too.
Because one thing that leak sounded too good to be true. That's basically what it is. Obviously, we know how the game is doing right now. So the rumor that the game that ports the ending right there is more plausible than freaking we getting 20 new freaking characters that everyone's been hoping for with a graphical upgrade and a new look upgrade and a new
kill, no buys.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's a lot less more plausible than basically that support's being ended. So yeah, basically that is that. But obviously, people are still supporting this game still. Because obviously, Angelic is obviously still trying to push strong for this game. He made sure that I believe recently, or I don't know if it's actually still going when's going to happen, but I know Undefeated is going to be coming up soon, and afterwards that there's going to be Evo 2, and Evo has official side tournament now that is being run by Angelic, that is basically for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, and I don't know how full it is at the moment, but I know a lot of people signed up for it, and there's gonna be a trust. It's gonna be definitely a lot of people are gonna be trying to play it right now. Jako, do you know if it's actually there's still spot opens right now for the thing, or is it there's still open spots still? There's no more open spots.
Let me check that very quick. Yeah, let me check that very quick. Actually, I know the cap is at 128 right now. So far we got like 50 players so far in the side tournament at Marvel Infinite at EVA.
Yeah.
How many?
So far. 50.
50 already? It's only like a day. It's already at 50.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is pretty damn good.
Great,
yeah. So
it's going to get bigger, trust me. It's going to get a lot bigger, I guarantee you. Like, it's already at 50 right now. It's going to get a lot more because, like I said, between Combo Breaker and CEO, people are popping off for Infinite right now. They need some kind of Marvel. And and look at the other game. Again, I'm not trying to throw shade at their communities. I'm going to leave like the On Blast show. They do that well enough on their own. But look at the other games that got the main event, the main event spot, and the overall lack of noise for it. And like at any tournament, like Injustice 2 is typically like on the outliers. Typically, BlazBlue Tag will always have its people. Some people say it's great. Some people think, wow, this game's complete trash. I'm kind of like somewhere in the middle. I'm just kind of surprised they spent so much money on it. But there's BlazBlue Tag, Ixer. Like I was telling Flying High earlier, Ixer, Rev 2 did more damage to Ixer's community than Season 2 did to Street Fighter 5. I didn't think it was possible, but they basically took all the goodwill made from Revelator and just completely threw it out the window to make this game that just nuked almost all interest for this game. Which is why I'm skeptical about some other balance patches that this company gives out, which you guys will get into in a little bit. But it's just Marvel and Evo, regardless of who's like shilling what, there's always a place for it. So I think now that Marvel has a set time, I think you're going to see some big numbers for a side tournament. Just like like Evo Japan, that was the biggest side. That was the biggest side tournament there, I think, or one of the biggest.
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah.
And one.
Numbers wise, like even like Abigail said, I got way more people than I thought I would. Like this game is drawing up. This game was drawing eyeballs in Japan. I was talking to Esta. Esta is he wants to be a Marvel player, but he said I gotta be esports now. Esta's a good friend of mine. I've known him for about 4 years.
That's nice.
He won 3 cross-second side tournaments. I made himself for second place last year. And he told me, all right, well, you retired, man. Or maybe say that, where he did say I want to focus on Street Fighter 5 and Dragon Ball this year, so I'll let you do cross-second. All right, whatever. Good luck, man. But he does love Marvel Infinite a lot. He was actually playing he's one of those guys who'll just play random teams and somehow get like grand finals just like playing Ram Select. Like I've seen him play he won a big he got second like a really big Marvel Osaka tournament, just like playing a new team every round. The only reason he lost because I think he picked the wrong team. Like I texted him and said, I think your Ghost Rider is better than your X-Men. I'm sorry, but and I can't remember. Yeah, he played Ghost Rider Ultron. I remember sending like a GIF of Nicolas Cage being ambushed by like pachinko robots, and my response was, "It's Ghost Rider with the Ultron drones." But anyway, so he said like right after the EVO announcement, interest in Marvel just like went completely dry in Japan. He said it was very sad, but he's trying really hard to be like full esports. He's already beaten Goichi and Degura at like locals multiple times now.
Oh, that's nice.
So I know he's good enough to do it. He just needs to get the shake the right hands and stuff. I said, yeah, man, I get it. Good luck and everything. Like I said, we'll hang out in EVO for a bit, and I look forward to seeing good things from you. But yeah, there's interest is there. It's just you need to have support. Unfortunately, EVO's not going to give it to you, and sadly, EVO. That's the real name people pay attention to in Japan, in terms of like American tournaments. EVO. There's a legacy to that even CEO doesn't have just yet. But CEO might get it soon after this New Japan thing. Japan doesn't pop off for wrestling like America does, but it's a good start.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a start. It says actually, like since we brought up Evo at the moment, so let's actually go over the Evo side tournament who's actually registered at the moment. So we can So obviously there's 50 people, so we can go through them fast. We have Asian Demon, Dual Kevin, Angelic, I Heart Justice, Sepolia, Static Alpha,
Punk. They got Punk in it.
Yeah, Punk. YLT Cole, they got me, like Hello, I'm Nasty, Ramasama, Lifero, Tanuka, Evil Weinster, Lego Us, FS Link, Javir G, GX, Sorry, 72, Passes, Zero Roses, Quasidomo, Sakabato, LX, Hinline, Punza, like some of these like use weird names on it. Spade, Wildcard, Wavechan, Matzo, Doppels, Chris, Q310, Jago Man, Sekiro, PsychoBlue, Callus, Senior Taxi, Overhaul, Nova Solid, Zedar, Snuffle, Upagus, P-Fresh, Matsu, Sambos, Dragonfly, Jako, Super Sexy.
Oh man.
Super Sexy Funtime, Sonic Roxy, Motorist, Clockwork, and Fast Nico. Those are the players that are officially registered for the side tournament at the moment.
All right, so I will not be able to compete most likely as I volunteered to stream something before this. Because he waited so long to roll this out, I kind of committed to other things in the meantime. Okay. So, but I will definitely stop by at least for the beginning before I have to go to the anime Evo section to run Ninja Turtles. So, but yeah, like I'm looking at the list right now. I'm curious if we'll have any other like more overseas people. Like I see Puerto Rico. There were some Puerto Ricans that were there at Combo Break. I remember I was hanging out with a few of them. And there's a guy from Brazil, Clockwork, the one of the legends in Marvel history. Obviously the man to beat right now, Dual Kevin. I know other people have gotten the jump on him, but he's still the guy with the most consistency right now.
He's like one of the best Marvel Infinite players right now, in my opinion.
And like I said, I love watching this. I started as a Hawkeye man. I love watching him do work. Let's take a look. I'm trying to see what else, some names I remember. Obviously, there's Punk, No Be Hungry, Stack Alpha.
Walma Summer was Hega and Dumama. Can't wait to see that.
I'm really sad I don't see Fortress on here because you know how much I love the headband guy, and he's the only real guy who does anything with him.
Oh yeah.
Take a look. What else? Lothero, obviously. Hey, I thought Lothero was done with it, so I guess he came back.
I'm guessing he's entering that, I guess.
Yeah. There's one Japanese guy, GX. Shogo Kitagata. Do I know this guy? I feel like I've seen this name before somewhere. He wasn't a Cross Tekken guy. I would have remembered that, but Alaska, Hazama, or Esta, hey, you know who this guy is, and who should I look out for in this guy? So I'll see if they know who he is. And
I know the Dumamu and Dante player from Japan is entering the side tournament too. What's his
Cyber
name
Agent.
Cyber Agent, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, is Abigain entering?
Who?
Abigain.
Yeah.
Abigain?
I'm surprised he hasn't. I'm surprised. I thought he'd be on here because he's like the main Marvel guy in like all of Japan.
He is, dude. Yeah.
He's like the Japanese Yipes in a way.
Yeah, he probably hasn't like saw right there hasn't had time to register yet, or he didn't see the tweet yet or something like that, or he might not know if he is able to actually participate in it since it's supposed to be on Friday.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to think what else. Obviously, Quasi-Domo I've heard of. Javier J. I know Javier. It's good to see I Heart Justice back. Let's always love watching some Cap players. Cap is slept on so much in this game.
Yes, yeah.
Like he's actually really scary in this game. But between the trick shield that has like the super long knockdown, and it's like a vortex in and of itself, and he has the short hop jumping heavy punch, and of course his all his reversals and his damage. It's he's definitely something to watch out for. I see Doppel's here, so I'm glad he's coming in. I think he's another Cap player. Could be wrong. It's been I played. Doppels. He's on the second page. He posts in the Discord, the other Marvel Discord, owned by Lazy, and I forget. He's talented. I forget who he plays, but he's pretty good. Let's see who else I know. Wait, all right. So Wave-chan is the lady who made that really cool Marvel player chart. Have you seen that one? That was like I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
Man. Yeah, it's really godlike, good. She also made the she also like made like each like sticker for like each player. That's pretty nice, you know. She made one for me too. Yeah.
Yeah, sadly I'm not quite top tier enough to get one of those myself, but hey, maybe one day.
Maybe one day, man.
Let's see here. Flash Neko, Funtime, Kurosaki.
My dude Macho's in here.
I'm looking some more. Yeah, 50 right now. But like I said, I expect it to grow a lot now that's actually rolled out. It's still pretty early.
Yeah. The cap is like 128 so far. So people are going to enter this side tournament as soon as possible.
Yeah, like I said, I think having CEO and Combo Breaker be the events that they were and the showing we had there, I think is going to bode very well for the future.
I feel like it too, man.
So like I said, just whatever will happen, I just think that stick is definitely a sign we should keep playing because clearly there's still there's clearly some interest there saying, all right, what should we do next? So let's say, no, we're back. We're sorry we doubted you. Let's keep playing. Please support some more. And hopefully they'll give us a bone with something.
Hopefully they realize that we are still playing this game, supporting it, Hopefully they realize
that's what happened. That's why they updated Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Now that game is great now because it started off really bad, but people kept grinding anyway and finding cool stuff, even with the limitations Vanilla had and all the patch it had after that. They said, all right, I think we know how to fix this game. And they actually did it. And now it's, again, I've run that game for 6 years. I have no regrets about that. And so let's keep doing it. And because you never know, like I said, they got eyes. They're making this stick. There's clearly some interest still left. So
I do feel like they might do I feel like they might do a big last update for more Infinite. I feel like. Yeah.
All right. But yeah, so let's keep talking. What's the next topic?
The next topic would be the leaks for Dragon Ball. The leaks for Street Fighter V.
Can I put one quick note about the Marvel Infinite rumor, very quick?
Sir.
I guess for the rumor, I'm gonna put those rumors for a grain of salt for now. We had to wait and see what's going to happen.
Well, we did recognize that, right? That obviously it's a rumor. You have to take it with a grain of salt always.
Yeah, has always been. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Yep. Okay. Basically, he has 2 bits of DLC rumors coming up that he mentioned because he has 2 comments in this. One is saying that Prison Biker, Neko, Q, Oro, Sodom, and another character is said to come to Street Fighter V, which would be in Season 4, last he heard. And then he has another comment down here that he says, I had another person recently tell me that they only know about Makoto and a new character being added in Season 4, while 2 characters would be free DLC. So there could be some type of truth in the middle there. Meaning that Viper, Neko, Q, and Sodom, or Sodom and Makoto are 2 new characters, Fangs of Practice being one of them, question mark, meaning he wasn't sure, will all be coming as Season 4 characters, 2 of them will be free, as opposed to the original plan that I had where 4 would have been free. So there are 6 among those, while 2 will be free. I doubt either of those 2 characters will be free, so maybe Sodom Q are free. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. And here's another thing right here too. I don't know with 100% certainty at the end as it is Phantom, but it's worth mentioning her. And so if I combine those sources about hearing about Phantom, Season 4 will be 8 character season, 6 DLC, 2 will be free, 6 veterans, 2 newcomers. The mere fact I had this instance where being 3 characters on the way for as long as I have means there be smoke to the fire. Even I have since had the plan changed from 4 to 2 free. Captain likes money, so down we're going with only 2 free characters, and characters originally planned to be free since to pay. Well, it's Capcom. It's not surprising they altered the original course if they can make them a little less process. Viper, Neko, QO have been planned to work on a while ago at some point for the sound of things, and with only 2 more characters released for Season 3, they're going to do something about it considering Season 4's announcement sooner than usual, it seems, too.
All right.
Okay.
And that's all I see in there for his comments.
Okay, so obviously Solid's been rumored for a long time. He's the only alpha character who hasn't come back in Street Fighter yet since the franchise returned in 2009 Street Fighter 4. So his name's been which is why I doubt this guy knows anything, because he's been saying this name for some time now, even for Season 3 as well.
For Sodom, there's actually a little basis to that rumor, because of like a while back, like randomly for some reason, the France Street Fighter like Twitter account, like for some reason, for no apparent reason, Twitter out a picture of Sodom right there with no reference to it right there. So people were expecting that maybe Sodom was going to be revealed before the big reveal that was like all the DLC characters.
I remember that. Yeah.
They wouldn't have put that out that late, or sorry, that early if they wouldn't have if they were going to say something about it. I don't know. I think they're just trolling. Maybe they'll think it was going to be Solomon that said they had Blanca. But because that's kind of what Blanca is. To be fair, this Blanca Chan stuff is brilliant. I think they pretty much just salvaged the character's popularity with that thing. But yeah, like I said, the other people we picked like Viper, Oro. These are all characters who've shown up a lot in story mode. Mm-hmm. So they're just educated guesses at that point. Necro, he was my main third strike. I love to see him, but it's just kind of an odd pick. But at the same time, the story mode did have a lot of stuff about Urian and Gil, and Necro was created by them. So again, it's possible. Yeah. As for when they'll come out, I remember like this time last year. It was last winter. They said they were going to be like free. Do the rumors say that still, or just season 4?
Basically said season 4 only at the moment, and they said that it was 4, now it's 2.
So that's how I know that I think he's just using the source he has to educate a guess.
I feel like it too, yeah.
So the free stuff. What probably happened was whoever's source was saying, yeah, we're thinking about this and so on and so forth. We discussed the possibility, the cost of resources and so on. So you just ran with it from there. And so, like I said, I'm not saying they're false, but I'm saying I think the fact he's going off like what he had earlier and just renewing it at this point, only about Marvel Infinite with like Green Goblin leaks and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm going to say they're not going to reveal it like this soon. I think that'd be a horrible move. And AE's only 6 months old, and there's still like another half of Capcom Cup to play, and there's already like variation going, and talk about like how good Cammy is and how Manat fell off again and things of that nature. So I think it's going to be it's not going to be EVO. It's going to be a Capcom Cup, just like last time.
I feel like it too.
But I do think they're going to reveal either G, Sagat, or both. They might just reveal both. And if they do both, and that's the whole season, then what they might do is they might start drumming interest for all those characters like a little bit later in the year, like towards like Fall Classic time or October, and stuff like that.
I can see that. I can see that happening, you know. They can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I try to think what else they talked about.
Did it say Q in the list?
Yeah, Q but he did say that mentioned Q was like one of the characters that's going to be DLC.
Interesting. Well, I do think that G might be Q. That's my guess.
They look too different though. Like, but we'll have to see what G looks like. If G's like a middle-sized guy, he's not going to be Q because Q's like gigantic.
Actually, there was a leaked like a thing on the PlayStation Store for like story mode costumes or something like that, and they had like an alternate costume for G that looked similar to Q.
We'll see. We will see.
No. It actually had a picture right there, so I have
like I said, I know I've seen it. It's just I think G will be like a precursor to Q. Like maybe it's like the Q origin story where whatever G does lead to Q later.
Maybe.
Maybe they're like part of a group and Q just went off on his own, or G maybe G even made Q, or he's like from the same line as Q or whatever, or G was like a one experience, like the Weapon X project. Like Wolverine's not the first Weapon X, he's like Weapon 10. Cap is Weapon 1, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the story I'm talking about though, right? Where like it was revealed where Wolverine's just like the 10th weapon, and Weapon 14 is like Deathlock, and Weapon 1 is Captain America, and Weapon 6 or 7 is like Nuke, and so on and so forth. So maybe that'll be it. I'm kind of a lore buff Street Fighter, so I look forward to seeing what they do either way.
Yeah.
Says
I
there's
do
the
see
picture right there for
the
that,
picture.
and that's how you know like all those costumes right there are the same fucking costumes. So
Yep.
Let's take a look real quick.
you
Yeah,
like,
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
yeah. So obviously
So yeah,
they,
like I said, so he might be like what Abigail is to Hugo in that case.
I can see that happening. I guess
Yeah.
like Abigail to Hugo and Zeka to Guy.
yep. Okay. So yeah, basically, in my take right there, it could be plausible, but basically we will either find out at Evil because this right here will probably be a major Evil reveal if anything, or we have to wait until Capcom Cup back in December if anything, if this leak is actually anywhere near true.
I'm going to take this rumor as a grain of salt for now.
Yeah. Yep. So
Same
yeah.
thing with the Marvel Infinite rumors as well. So
Yep. So yeah, let's go to the next topic of the topic right now, which would be CEO. CEO obviously was a major, like one of the biggest fighting game tournaments of the year. Probably like probably like in the top 5 tournaments of the year. Obviously with Evil, then Capcom Cup, then I would
Combo
say.
Breaker.
No, I'm not talking about like the order of like the best ones,
Oh, okay.
but obviously like, besides those top two right there, the rest could be in any order. But CEO is actually was an awesome tournament to actually watch this year. It had a lot of varieties of games. It had like some very fucking hype matches, and holy fuck, it had like at least like it had probably like the best freaking match of the year in my opinion, which would be the like Goichi versus Leffen match, we will talk about in a couple minutes here. So yeah, basically for the obviously I was working most of the time, but I tried to like during downtime or during times that I was standing in one spot, I was had my phone play so I can actually watch it, and freaking hell, like Dragon Ball FighterZ was definitely freaking like very fun to watch. I watched Street Fighter 5 too, and it was interesting, but like obviously Street Fighter 5. But I didn't have time to watch Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I didn't have much time to watch really much of anything. But I heard that Tekken 7 was really hype this year.
Okay.
And they had also a tournament for Mario Tennis Aces, which is
My Tennis Aces. Wow. Huh.
yeah, which is basically that game is basically like a tennis fighting game. That's how it is.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, I did see some like gameplay of that new Mario Tennis game. Yeah, I know what you mean by that.
It's definitely very good. Um,
Mm.
says I definitely do. From what I saw, that this was a very enjoyable Evo. Basically, there's a couple of like really awesome moments. Obviously, it was. For the ones that I saw was obviously Goichi versus Leffen. The other one would probably be Kazunoko's Yamcha, which we would also get into that too in a minute. But I'm gonna ask Jako and PsychoBlue what were their favorite moments of this CEO year at the moment.
Okay, can I go first? I think my favorite moment from a CEO of this year was the grand finals between Tyson versus Caves in Marvel Infinite grand finals. Now that shit was like hype as hell, man. Like I think that was like the most closest like that in like any like grand finals in any Marvel Infinite tournament out there so far.
Yep.
I was actually like rooting for Tyson to like win just because I want to see the reaction of the crowd. If Tyson won. But good stuff to Caves for winning the whole entire thing. Good stuff to him. I do love all his what do you call it, Sigma's like combos and whatnot. All his conversions combos.
Yep.
Tech.
Yep.
I haven't watched all of CEO. Like, I was very busy that weekend just getting some stuff done. And, sorry, I'm trying not to be like a wet blanket. A lot of my attention on CEO was not so much what was on stream. I'm gonna watch like Marvel Top 8, the rest of it, probably tomorrow when I'm at the gym, just as some cardio stuff. a lot of my attention was shifted towards the Wolf Clone drama because I've known Chrome for like 5 or 6 years.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And the fact, like I heard. So for those who don't know, Wolf Chrome was accused of falsely saying he won a set to one of the bracket runners. Like he's apparently the story was he asked a casual set for one of his opponents, and then he just unplugged saying, "I just beat this guy 2-0." Not with the guy not knowing it was a set. Now keep in mind, I've known Crone again. Known Crone a while. We've been on the outs before. He's pretty unlikable sometimes. I know how he is at tournaments. We're all a little bit weird sometimes, to be honest. But just knowing, like I said, it doesn't sound like something. I said, I knowing the depths of Crone's unlikability, this sounded like something he wouldn't do. Because not every scumbag is created equal. Some people are capable of different ways of being mean. Some people are just like rude, but they won't do their business bad. There are people I don't like in my field, both the FGC and in my career. I'm not going to question how they do business because that's different from how I feel about them personally. So anyway, I heard about it. I thought it was confirmed. So I said, I'm sorry that he did that. I mean, like I said, it's sad he nuked his career because you can't get away with this in a CPT because they monitor it so closely.
Yeah, you can't.
I was like, why are you? I was like, it's one thing to do like a local, but at a CPT, there's just too much liability to even try and risk it. But anyway,
basically, that was almost on the same level as PC Mobile God. Basically, like playing twice in the same bracket.
But there is more to the story. So about later that evening, and I woke up Sunday morning, and apparently Keith was saying we've looked more into it. Sounds like the guy who he supposedly cheated was just salty that he lost the set clean and claimed that was the case.
Okay, that makes sense, you know.
But the problem is because Crone has such a reputation of being a likable jerk, people ran with it as facts, even after that circulated. And when it finally became clear that Crone did nothing wrong in that situation and nothing was going to happen, no one issued any apology or anything like that. And then when I said, listen, you can't be lying about people who are wise for their livelihood just so you don't like them personally. I mean, like I said, there's personal stuff and then there's business. Don't try to lie about a guy to ruin his livelihood just because you don't like the way he acts, like, off the cuff.
Yeah.
And people are saying, well, he sets himself up this way because of how he acts. And my response to that is, again, think about all the time it's like the media vilifies some ex-con, or better yet, remember that a year or so ago, an airline beat the shit out of this Asian dude and dragged him off a plane. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There were memes about it for like 2 months. Some of them are actually really funny. But what the airplane people did is they tried to say that the Asian guy had like a malpractice charge for drugs, something like that. Nothing to do with the fact that he bought a plane ticket and he just beat the tar out of him. And I said you don't want to be that because then you look worse trying to make excuses rather than just admit, yeah, I was wrong, I'm sorry. And I'm very disappointed that it got that far where it took a day or so for the air to finally clear and no one said anything about it. So that kind of soured me a bit on the weekend. Because I heard about it. Again, like I said, Crone and I aren't like super close, but I've called his matches. Like I used to be a commentator for Zero Cross Tekken. I did Final Round. I did Capcom Cup Online Qualifiers. I've done Evo multiple times now. I've called his matches. I've known him a while. And to his credit, at Combo Breaker, because we had a falling out over a Cool Kid and because Wilker was salty that Cool Kid beat him. And I told Crone, hey man, don't be salty because you know how good he is from Cross Tekken. And Crone blocked me because he was on one of those moods. But
okay.
I just laughed a bit and then moved on. But anyway, Crone came to me and he shook hands with me. And he said, hey, Cross Tekken champ, how you doing? And we talked a bit. We shook hands. And he came to me. I didn't come to him. He came to me. I said, that takes a lot that you came to me. We can shake hands like this. So we're cool now. I appreciate that. So I heard about it. I was like, oh, man, I just shook hands with him too. And then I heard about this as odd, man. Never mind. It's just the FTC being weirdos. But that was my focus board for CEO. And I'm sorry to drag it down like this. It's just that was watching for CEO. And So I can't give an answer right now until I catch up everything, because that was like what I was looking at most of the weekend, keeping eyes on that like a colleague in a way. So I do want to watch the Def Jam tournament, though. You do know there's a Def Jam tournament at CEO, right? Every year?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, the West Wing, the CDO.
Yeah,
West Wing,
my office.
The Omega. Yeah.
My office. Yeah, the Def Jam fight for New York is with like Method Man and Ice-T and stuff. It's a rapper wrestling game. So I want to watch the tournament for that. It's a side tournament. It's a PS2 game, so it's a small event anyway. Because my office plays that as their main game at the end of the week. So I'm the guy who brings the game to the office.
When they play the game like every week at your job at the office, you say?
Well, I'm trying to find games. I'm not just completely dancing them. I'm starting running out of options. So I'm down between Mortal Kombat, and I'm not gonna play that game because Mortal Kombat's really janky.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, a lot of the Never Wow games are kind of like weird and like high level play, like kind of.
So they do like Marvel up until I start doing actual combos. So if I'm picking like so I started so because I've been watching this one will close down because I gotta get going pretty soon. I got work tomorrow. So in my real quick chill time, this Saturday is going to be the grand finals of the PC RAM Battle Royale Infinite called Marvelous Meetings. Our grand final is going to be between Code Red, a Captain America Sigma power player, and the current #1 seed, Cappy Omega, who plays Hulk Hagar Time Stone.
Oh.
So I'm watching this Hulk player just gamma charge into free combos. What he'll do is he'll do a gamma charge to start things off, and then he'll do these weird anti-air gamma charge whiff combos. Like he'll do a whiff gamma charge in the air just to get the height right, and then start juggling like these whiff gamma charges because the clap keeps him in stun long to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing that in the office, and then I learned, Hulk is big enough where he can just active switch from Ryu DPs and catch them before they fly in the air and get free combos there too.
Mm-hmm.
Hulk can also do a Gamma Crush, just pop it as soon as Ryu does a heavy DP. Just pop, tag, Gamma Crush, they're going to get hit by it as they get flied up with the Dragon Punch. So he's one of the few characters that can actually combo off of the DPs for any character. So I'm starting doing this stuff, and because I'm using Time Stone for both, so we're usually pretty much get guaranteed corner loops every single time I touch them. So if I do like one Gamma Wave, Ryu is already in range to do a corner loop, and so after that, my office said, "Nah, you're good. You're God this game." I'm not, by the way, but to them it's not going to happen. But so yeah, Def Jam's the one game that we'll play because that game's kind of random at times. But yeah, there's turf for every year at CEO. I'm going to watch that. On that note, I'm going to start wrapping up for the night. I'll let you guys talk about Dragon Ball because I know that's a big topic right now, especially with the interesting state of the balance of that game.
Okay.
But yeah, so yeah, this evening, on Saturday evening, please tune in at 8 p.m. Eastern Time at my Twitch channel, PsychoBlue 9. We'll be streaming the grand finals of our Marvelous Meetings PC Rambat Season 1. Season 2, I don't know when we'll start again, probably sometime after EVO. But grand finals, 1st to 7, it's going to be Hulk Hagar Time versus Captain America Sigma Power. And just so you know, this Hulk Hagar Time has been kind of running away with the whole thing up until this Captain America Sigma player started putting him on notice.
Now, what time is it, actually?
It's going to be at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday.
Okay, sounds good. I'll make sure, stay tuned for that,
All PC players, by the way, even though I won't have the league start until after EVO, I will continue to host PC lobbies Saturday evenings because I know PC's kind of quiet most of the time, but I'm trying to get in that scene back up. So just look at like having a local. Here's the time Saturday evenings. You want to play some Marvel? Wins Marvel Saturday nights. Saturday nights are right for fighting, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Shout out to you for keep supporting the PC scene for Marvel Infinite. Yeah, good stuff, man. You know.
Always, man. I gotta support my 2-on-2 games, you know?
Yeah, man.
All right, have a good evening, everyone, and enjoy time on Dragon Ball, guys.
All right, man. Yeah, you have a good night, all right, man.
All right, see ya. Bye.
See ya. Okay. Okay. So let's go right into the Goichi versus Leffen.
Okay.
Basically, this match was actually a pretty amazing match because how early it was between like two high-level players. This match happened in the top 48 of the tournament bracket. So basically, whoever won that went to the top 32. And then whoever went that went to the top 16, then so on and so forth. This match was actually a pretty crazy match because the first match, like Leffen lost very, very convincingly against them. But the next match, Leffen destroyed Goichi in this.
Oh snap!
Yes, and then later on, in the final match. Goichi and Leffen were duking it out at the very beginning, you know, going back and forth right there until Leffen basically like made a couple good reads and punished the hell out of Goichi and basically killed off like basically both of his characters, or he still had 3 characters alive.
Okay.
Goichi only had a no sparking Bardock in effect, and Bardock is still a good character, but.
Mm-hmm.
He's facing a team of 2 half-health characters and 1 full health character. Actually, no. Like one half health and 1 almost full health. The other one was like 75% health. And basically, it was a very tough role for him to climb right there because he was about half health when he had him. Which basically, he can, like, if the opponent had, like, meter, he could die in 1 touch. But, But because of what Leffen did right there, Leffen basically did have enough meter so that when he actually got the hit, he couldn't get the firm to kill because he had no meter to actually do more damage for it. Yes. Basically the Leffen's blocks and Goichi's blocks in that match were freaking amazing on each other. Like they freaking were attacking like Dragon Rush's left and right. He was blocking like stuff that basically he get hit by in the previous match. You know, basically he had good amazing reactions, but holy hell, Goichi's blocking what there was fucking next level when he went that. He went basically like Ultra Instinct in that match. That's
okay.
Yeah, he went freaking high level than that. I even made a clip for it. I believe I still had the clip right here, so I'm gonna just.
Can you like send the link to me? The clip of the video.
I'm just gonna first play it in this thing, but I actually didn't delete it. Yes.
Okay, yeah, just keep it hanging.
He's scrambling. Goichi flirting with disaster here.
The eggs are whipping. There was so much yolk on the screen.
Leffen just kind of having the time of his life.
Having
the time of his life. Missiles dropped it.
With H. Colon.
Gotta think about the 2L, my brother.
Take him to a stand-up. It's funny. It's funny what he's about to do with this hard knockdown.
He doesn't even bother.
You know what's crazy?
I'm going to try to actually pull it pause right there, go through it right there. Basically, there was just one moment right here.
This
moment coming up right here. That moment right there. That he was able to react to a super dash against freaking Leffen, because Leffen did not expect, like Leffen was in the Goichi was in the air, so Leffen could freely super dash against him without getting punished for it. But he didn't realize that he forgot Bardock has an air level 3 that is invincible. And that it's a really freaking good level 3, and he was able to punish him for it. And then later on in the set, that he was able to freaking
Are you serious?
he was able to freaking reacting to freaking vanishes right there. So because one vanish right there, one wall vanish, and if Goichi to block it, he was dead because the vanish that would have been. He was at health where one vanish would easily kill him, or one freaking basic combo would easily kill him because he had such low health. Yeah, so this thing shows how good he was at blocking.
He's keeping
Like,
Lefin at 0 bar. He's keeping
Oh my
him at 0
God,
bar.
yeah,
Well, he
yeah.
has 2 bars.
He did
Oh my
it.
God, the monster right now. That's going to keep him in a
One more
not-happy
need of
place
action,
for the next
you
15 seconds.
yeah.
You get the ball, right? Just for the slight knockdown, I agree.
No reversal for injury.
Oh my God, block.
Suddenly in the worst position possible. Now he's out of court, but he does not get the frame advantage off the manage.
Oh, what a
How
challenge!
did he block that? He dashed forward. Oh!
Watch it.
Yeah. They're watching the clip right now. That's actually kind of crazy that he was like able to like react to the teleports and whatnot.
Yeah, both of these players' blocks were on point in that last match. The only thing is that
Oh wow!
at the very end, left and right there, but he was plus on the last Manus, so he was pressing buttons against him. And he was pressing buttons against left on that last Manus. And
the equip's like almost done. It's just Bardock and Android 21 right now.
Yeah, it's that match was so fucking amazingly hyped, but that's because of how freaking like good each other players' blocks were and their mix-ups. Because like Leffen had an amazing cross-up that Goichi was having trouble blocking until that to the last match of that set. Says I can't freaking basically that match was so fucking awesome because of that.
Oh.
Yeah. Says okay then. Yeah. Basically that match at the moment.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, that match was definitely really crazy. Next would be okay. Let's keep going forward, okay? The best. That was most likely the best match of the year. But
I feel like it too, yeah.
Yeah.
From what I saw, that's pretty crazy.
Then we're going to talk about Kazunoko's Yamcha. Yamcha in this game, people were basically saying that he was a bad character that had a good assist. Because he basically doesn't do damage. That's the main issue with him. Because his basic combo is light, cost light, with cost medium, stand medium right there, jump cancel. Basically a basic comic group for all these characters. And to DP his close forward medium, move in the air, which basically has a lot of them. But because of that, he doesn't do a lot of damage, but he has a great oaking game with meter. And people were just putting him off because his damage output, and he needed meter to ask if he can do anything really useful for against the opponent. Because he has a bad command railwave, he doesn't have a real crossing light like all the top characters have. But what he has right there was a way to open you up his size of cross light, which was his cross up, what's his closer for light, medium, or heavy, which it's hard to block because of it's nearly instant like that unless you read it beforehand. But with Kazunoko's Yamcha, Kazunoko was showing very interesting things with this assist. The assist right there made it so that Kazunoko can make any block scene safe and also plus for him because it made the opponent like a normal block scene like that, like how you super dash right there and your minus after a raw super dash, he can super dash opposite called the Yamcha assist right there and basically get a combo because most likely the opponent will press a button afterwards, which shows the usefulness of that because that assist is similar to Frank's stopping cut assist from Marvel's Gakon 3, where it basically it has scaling a little bit, but it's a good lockdown assist, which basically to actually be useful in this game, you have to have a good lockdown assist with a beam assist, which obviously it would be Vegeta or any characters with beam like Tien, Super Saiyan Goku, or Cell has a good assist. Mazin not Majin Buu. Kid Buu has a good assist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Yamcha has a pretty damn good assist because of that. It says because of this, Yamcha could be a pretty meta-defining character for Dragon Ball FighterZ just because of that usefulness in his assist. There've been players that use Yamcha as the assist or anything like that, but with the way that Kazunoko used Yamcha shows that he's using Yamcha in a very different way than a lot of players have been seeing it. Like he's using Yamcha and to make anything he does literally safe, or anything that would be minus would be basically made it as a frame trap type assist. That's yeah. He used that assist right there, adding less as a lockdown assist, more as a frame trap assist. That basically he baits you to press a button, calls Yamcha, and basically you get opened up because you've thought that you could press a button. That's basically at the moment what Kazunoko's Yamcha his assist was doing right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That seems pretty interesting.
It is pretty good. It is pretty interesting. On paper, Yamcha, I think Yamcha is a mid-tier character at best because he basically doesn't do damage. He has tools opening up, but he needs meter. Basically, he has good tools opening up. He has a DP, which obviously is still good in his name, but he only can use in the air. He has okay normal, something like that. But his cons, he has basically doesn't have a cost light. 2, he needs meter to open people up most of the time. So that goes to 3, that he needs meter to actually open people up. And 4, he doesn't have a down heavy, which basically is like a relaunch thing, like a lot of the other characters have in the game, so that he can't freaking do a relaunch combo to actually send more damage unless he does that. Because obviously, what?
Oh, nothing. I'm nothing. Keep going.
Yeah. Basically, so that if he wants to do damage, he has to spend meter for it. But if he wants to open up people with his cross up, he has to have meter to actually do it. So that you have to figure out: do you want the hard knockdown, or do you want the ability to have the Oki situation? Because
you want to guess,
Yeah, basically, if you want to guess, most people will try to do the guess, guess situation like there. So obviously, people still use his level 3 because his level 3 is actually still pretty good because it's a very good reversal. It does pretty good damage on top of that. But
does he have like a dive kick move?
He does have a dive kick. It's just down heavy. Yeah.
Okay. Is it like any good?
It's pretty okay. But obviously, since with down heavies, like for the ground right there being very good right there, it's you only use it mainly when you have the opponent locked down for trying to do it like an instant overhead or something like that. So that is it's not many using like in neutral at all. People actually use his jump heavy more, or like his jump medium or light, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think what I also saw a tweet by Sonic Fox stating that basically he thinks that Kazunoko has his own game plan in mind when he's playing this game, and because of that, he thinks that his own game plan is what he thinks that a lot of players are playing the game wrong because of it or something like that. Basically, you have to play the game that you want to play. I mean, like, pick the characters that work to the best of your ability. He picks characters that work for him because obviously Yamcha, it's more like young, and Kazunoko is a young player in freaking Street Fighter 4, and he plays.
Yeah, he is.
And he also plays Kame in Street Fighter 5, which obviously has a dive kick. So he plays the tools that he likes. Recently, Sonic Fast is using a new team. He's trying it out, which is Fuse Damasu, Kid Buu, and at Android 16, which is actually a pretty interesting team. I don't know like all the ins and outs of it yet, because like he can easily get like a center combo you like with some Fusion Monster if he DCs into Android 16 and sends the combos that way. Like a delayed DHC type tech. Where you can send the combos while because you recover in time before the opponent's out of it, so you'll be able to combo more.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, for Yamcha could be method finding for one or not, because I've been hearing that a lot more people have been seeing Yamchas online, like in Dragon Ball Fighters. So we might see that soon if there's more Yamcha players picking, people picking up Yamcha. So
yeah, we might see that.
Yes. Okay. So any other awesome moments at CEO? The only one that I know that for one I heard actually was pretty good was Tekken Top 8. Tekken, for what I know, was a very good freaking thing, because I think Tekken is like one of the biggest tournaments for CEO was one of the biggest tournaments for Tekken like in the world. Besides obviously Evo, I think says
Combo Breaker, I think.
I think it was a Combo Breaker, or was it not one right there? Because there was like two very big tournaments that have a huge showing of Tekken players, and I know CEO was one, but I don't know what the other one is. But I need to actually still check that out, because I know like an Eddie player won, and he was fighting against Juwan's, which he won, I believe, the Tekken World Tour, I believe, in 2017. So it was definitely a very good thing. So obviously a lot of the good players that have been doing it is in the top 8. So a lot of so it has like a lot of the same meta type, a lot of the same player base, not the player base, a lot of the same high level players playing it. But obviously seeing like a Eddie player winning was actually weird, because I haven't seen an Eddie player really at all. So yeah, okay.
I'm trying to think. Well, the only tournaments I watched at that CDO was Marvel Infinite and Street Fighter 5. That was some good stuff in the top 8 finals for Street Fighter 5 as well. I didn't watch it that much, but it was pretty good from what I saw.
Yeah, so I watched it too, and it was pretty interesting. Like there was one match. I believe the it was Problem X versus Infiltration right there. That match was a pretty damn good match. No, it was Sazunoko. No, not Sazunoko. I mean Sako. It was like that versus Sako, because Problem X was up the final game in the set right there, and Sako almost brought it back, and he was able to win that right there, and that was very lucky, because that probably put him in a lot of stress, because he almost lost that a straight 3-0 in a comeback there, which obviously would would hurt any player playing that right there. That you almost had the set right there, and then another player basically comes back and beats you. That always makes someone sad.
It always happens, Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good match there.
What about the top 8 for Dragon Ball Z at CDO? Did you watch that by any chance?
Yeah, I did. I definitely did watch it. Basically, a lot of things the U.S. players actually freaking get beaten by the Japanese players, and basically there was no no U.S. players in the top 4 at all, which was really sad, because Sonic Fox lost twice. Hook God was in losers. Palsy Man was in losers. I don't know. Hooker Name was in losers, but he lost. Basically, all the players that were from the U.S. that they basically lost, so they was just sad, because obviously we wanted the U.S. to actually win, because we fought Sonic Fox, or maybe Hook Gan would win, because how good they were doing. But freaking Goichi like that was still on the freaking like he was still on freaking Ultra Instinct mode from top 48 still for that match, but it was still a good thing from top 48. It says obviously the player to watch in the top 8 was Kazunoko because Kazunoko was fucking doing work with his Yamcha and with his entire team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Any other random bits you want to talk about at all, Jako?
Any like more stuff? I do have some quick announcements I would like to make for my online tournaments and whatnot. I guess let's see. This Saturday, me and Android Gaming will be hosting the first online tournament for the Marvel Infinite Clash of the Stones Season 3 PS4 online tournament this Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you guys want to sign up for that first online tournament, the sign up link will be in the video description. If you want to put it in the video description, Zerms, that'd be very helpful, you know.
Yep, just make sure you link it so I can do it.
Yeah, I can link into it right now. And in other news, I'm also hosting the Marvel Infinite community combo video episode 2. It's pretty much where like players like submit their combos and whatnot, and then I pretty much like put like all the other combos and like into like one video. The deadline for that is July 20th. So you have like a lot of time to like submit some combos and whatnot. You know, it's Marvel baby.
It's Marvel baby.
But yeah, I'll make sure to send the other links to you, Zerms, so you can put them in the video description of this video. All right.
All right.
Yeah. Any other news?
It says well, there's a tidbit of news that I recently saw that that obviously the Kill la Kill game that we talked about in the last video right there is actually a 3D brawler type game similar to basically the Naruto games. Yeah, but there was a trailer released for it, which I'm not going to play because I think that if I play it, I will probably get striked. So.
Is it like copyright music or is it like?
No. I think that it's like basically, it's not going to be copyright music like that, but it's probably going to be visual content that probably is going to do it.
Because, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's a 3D brawler type game. But there was a tidbit of the announcement, not announcement. I thought that basically when the review would happen at the Anime Expo, that there was a panel there going on and revealed at the same time that there was a possibility of Ryoko and also Sakura, the two main characters in Kill la Kill, were maybe they were thinking of trying to bring them over to BlazBlue Tag Battle as DLC characters down the line. It's not 100% sure if they're actually doing it because it was obviously someone in it was someone saying it right there, so we actually don't have the actual video of them saying it, but that's actually pretty cool if we have Kill la Kill characters in like in a fighting game and a real fucking fighting game. That's actually pretty damn cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Definitely can't wait for that. And also the Kill la Kill game actually looks pretty good, but it's still made by A+, which did the Little Witch Academia game, which was the story of the game was actually pretty good, but the gameplay was not. The gameplay was definitely bad. So yeah.
Oh.
So I think that's all the things we're gonna talk about today. So I will see you guys later on and have a nice night. But I am flying high.
I'm Jako, man.
And we will see you next time on Team Media Combos. We might do another one before Evo, or might do it right after Evo. We don't know yet. See you later. Have a nice night.
Bye, guys. Have a great night.
See you there, guys.